Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today's project is for Citrus Twist Kits and we're going to be focusing on mixed media. This is a new section in the Citrus Twist Kits blog, and when it became available I was the first one to actually raise my hand because I wanted to take the opportunity to show you a little bit of mixed media and how fun and how much you can bring to a page. So let me just show you a bit what I'm doing. All I'm doing right now is actually setting up the layout, and I had this idea of having sort of an inverted T formation for the layout. So as you can see right now, I put the picture pretty much in the center of the page, and I'm thinking that I want to create some like a line of vertical. You saw already in the previews, it's a line of pinwheels. So all I did is, like I said, I marked with dots pretty much where everything's gonna go because I want to control where the mixed media is gonna go. And after that, I am using actually black ink, and this is using Distress ink and also Distress oxides in black. I just wanted something dark. I know people are afraid of black background, but actually when you use watercolor in this case, or even if you use acrylic paint, I think that the colors pop more. There's more definition on what you add, and because I'm adding the pinwheels, actually it's gonna benefit from having that black background. And I'm actually using a black and white picture, but with all the colors it's gonna pop too. So don't be afraid to use black. And like I said, everybody has I think it's dye ink. I'm not so sure. I always get confused. Is it pigment or a dye? But you know, something that you can use watercolor for this too, whatever you feel comfortable with. And all I'm doing is literally stamping. I'm using my acrylic block, sorry, and I'm doing is stamping. It's gonna sound bad. The ink on my block, adding a little bit of water, just enough to dilute it. I don't want to make it watery. I just want to dilute it enough that it can move. And I'm stamping the block onto the page, trying to keep it inside the little dots that I created with my pencil. And once I put the ink down, all I'm doing is, you saw it, I'm drying it up with paper towel. I don't want it to soak. I don't want the paper to like buckle. So while they're drying, all I did is create the pinwheels. Super simple. You need square paper, like a square size, little squares of paper, sorry. And these are 3 inches. I created 2 inches, 2.5, and 3 inches. And all I'm doing is using a ruler to create the diagonal lines of the pinwheel. Once I have that done, I'm gonna use the center point to just leave around half an inch on each side, so that I know exactly how far I have to cut on the diagonal with the scissors. Once that's ready, I'm gonna start gluing the pinwheel together. And all I'm doing is using the same corner of the triangles I just formed, and I'm gonna use quick adhesive glue. And I'm actually gonna help it. You're gonna see that I'm pushing it together with my finger just because I want it to hold together. And this is what I'm using, quick adhesive glue, so it holds together faster. And like I said, the key here to create the pinwheels is to use the same corner of the triangle, of each of the triangles, so that it gives you that, that counterclock or clockwise rotation that you want to create in the pinwheel. Once that I have all those ready, and you see that I have all the corners together, I'm going to actually bring my tiny attacher or a stapler, whatever you have at hand, and just staple the center together just to make sure that nothing pops. Sometimes, even though you use a strong glue, the edges were just gonna pop. And I just created a few of them. I used the papers from the Savannah main kit, and also from the the pattern paper kit. And they're very colorful, so that's one of the reasons why I actually think created this. Everything pops together. Now, once I was looking at the background, I wanted to bring little pops of white and to help the pinwheels pop too. And I had this idea to actually run this. I'm using a whip spackle through a stencil, and this one I think is an Echo Park stencil. It's from Stars, and all I'm doing is just running some of the modeling paste or whatever you have at hand. You can use acrylic paste. In this case, like I said, I'm using a whip spackle just to create little pops of white on the background. And this is gonna soften it a little bit if you want to. For me, it's just adding texture and adding a little bit more interest to the black. And I'm just gonna set it aside to dry. This dries really fast actually. So while that's drying, all I'm doing is I'm gonna add just one layer of paper behind the picture. I actually added vellum right behind the picture. I always added something, a piece of cardstock or vellum behind, because I want to make sure that, just in case the foam that I'm using is not archival, it's gonna destroy the picture, I leave a layer. And I actually like the way it softens the background too. And all I'm doing right now is I'm actually using fan foam to prop the picture on top of that piece of paper from Dear Lizzie. Now, one thing that I always do is add some kind of weight to the picture, just because mixed media doesn't like to stick together that much. So you gotta kind of help it. And in this case, I'm using like quick adhesive glue, and I'm actually putting some weight on top of the picture just to make sure that it stays in place. Once that's done, I am actually gluing all the pinwheels onto the page. And like I said, I already had played with the formation before I started this layout, and I wanted like a column of pinwheels on the left hand side of the picture. I'm also making sure that I leave an empty space right with the picture, in the middle of the picture. That's where my title is going to be at. So all I'm doing right now is I'm gluing the pinwheels, and I'm making sure that when I'm putting the glue behind the pinwheels, I am actually putting on the staple so that, you know, like it doesn't come apart. And that's about it. To create the centers of the pinwheels, I am going to take advantage of the wooden buttons from the BU collection from Pink Fresh Studio that are included in this month's embellishment kits. And you're going to see in a little bit that I'm going to bring them and I'm going to put them in the center of the pinwheel. Now, the title of this layout is called Easter Memories. And it's because this picture is a picture of some of my family right after our dinner. And we played bingo, and you know what, after the game, we just hugged my mom, that's my sister, her kids, and my daughter. And I just took a picture of them. This is our dinner table. And I thought that that space would be the perfect space to add, you know, the title and marry the whole thing together. And you see right now, I'm just adding the centers to the pinwheels. I'm taking advantage of all the colors and the wooden buttons just to, you know, kind of harmonize everything together. And because of everything is left side heavy, you're gonna see like all the paper and all the colors on the left hand side. I chose to create a big cluster of ephemera on the right hand side of the picture. I did not go for a triangle. You're gonna see that I'm gonna add elements along the way that's gonna form a visual triangle. But to balance, I'm thinking of balance right now. I'm just taking advantage of all the ephemera that comes included in the kit, in the Savannah kit, and this is from the Dear Lizzie collection. And I'm just gonna add it to the right hand side. Pretty much all the colors that are on the pinwheels are gonna be here. And all I did too is created a small pinwheel. This one is, I think, 2 inches or 1.5 inch square to create it, just to marry the idea together. And I'm gonna use it right at the corner of the picture. After that, you're gonna see that I'm gonna bring some of the stickers from the Mix 2 collection from Pink Fresh that are included on the main kit, and I'm just gonna add them. Like I said, I wanted like a big class. I wanted to balance the picture. Once that's done, I'm actually gonna start stamping some sentiments onto the page, and I'm using this month's the stamp that comes included in the main kit, as well as the add-on stamp. And I believe I bring also the This Is Life Detours, one of the phrases from it. I can't remember. After that, I'm just gonna add a few lines of journal. The only thing that I did not make it, sorry, it was a mistake, I deleted it, is that I added some gold color shine. I think the layout could benefit. It's a bit muted, so I need a little shine and extra color. So I added some color shine and a few of the big enamel dots from Shimel's box of crayon that are also included in the embellishment kit, and also the small puffy stickers from that are included in the main kit. I think they're from Paige Evans' Pick Me Up collection. And that's about it. This layout came together really fast. It took 40 minutes to put together, and that's because I didn't let the water soak into the background. Like you saw me, I was drying it along the way, and I love it. It's so fun, a lot of color, and I hope you try it. Let me know if you have any questions. I would love to help you. And don't forget to check Citrus Twist Kits. Their new website is gorgeous, and the Savannah kits are awesome. And thanks for joining me. Take care.